any knowledge that negates God's ordinance is powered by demons. But this is the world we are living in, where people of same sex are desiring themselves, and we say no, that's how they feel, that's how they were created. And the Bible outrightly says this is an abomination. But a generation that don't care how God feels has risen. And so when you find such generation, know that the government of God is not there. We want to see God's government. We want to receive an outpouring. We must accept these truths, that only the righteous ways of God will become our ways. If we can compromise to go forward, we don't know God's government. If God's government is in place, a man can say, if I perish, I perish. I will never compromise. If what it takes for me to go forward is to compromise, I'd rather stay here till I die. But when you find a generation that tells you, no matter what you do to get by, the most important thing is to succeed, that's a Babylonian system. The blueprint of God is not there, and the government of God cannot be found there. When we talk about the outpouring comes to establish God's government. And God's government is for him to have his place as the only sovereign one. If there's any other thing important in your life and much more important than God, you have become an idolater. If God is not the only sovereign, if God is not the only reason that defines your existence, God's government is not in your life. And if God's will and God's desires don't control your existence, then God's government is not there. And God's will is simple: to be worshipped, to be known, and for his righteous character to be manifested through you. The third thing that defines God's government is the exercise of his authority. When these two things